Hello guys and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs, and welcome back to the 141st episode of the Now Update. Today I've got quite a lot to talk about, so let's jump in with all the latest Now That's Cycle music news and updates. So first of all, we'll go through the upcoming albums that are due to be released. So we've got Now Yearbook 1986 Extra, and that's due to be released this Friday on the 7th of April. Then we have Now That's Cycle Music 114, and that's due to be released on the 14th of April. Then we have Now That's Cycle Music 14, the re-release edition, and that's also due to be released on the 14th of April. Then we have Now That's Cycle Massive Hits and Number Ones, and that's due to be released on the 21st of April. Then we have Now Yearbook 1978, and that is due to be released on the 28th of April. And then we have Now That's What I Call Eurovision 2023, and that is also due to be released on the 28th of April. With all of these albums, you can pre-order. There'll be links to the description down below if you'd like to go and pre-order. You can of course pre-order all these albums from Amazon, HMV website, and of course Now Music's online store. And of course when these albums are out, you'll be able to get them in supermarkets and HMV stores. And for supermarkets, you'll have to check if local supermarkets still has a CD section, as not all of them do. And for any of these albums that are due to be released on vinyl, which I think a few of these are, you'll have to check if a local supermarket has a vinyl section, because not many of them do. So I definitely recommend you check a local supermarket to see if they have both a CD and a vinyl section. So now let's have a look at all that Cycle Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart. This is where I look at all that Cycle Music albums that feature in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and I release episodes every Monday. So number 13, we have Now Cycle Music 113. That's unfortunately down another 3 places this week. Last week that was at number 10. I was really hoping that stay in the top 10 for another week. Unfortunately, that has just dropped outside of the top 10 by of course 3 places. Hopefully that can make its way back up into the top 10 in a few weeks. At 14, we have Now That's What I Call 60s Pop. At 25, we have Now That's What I Call a Massive 80s Party. At 28, we have Now Number 1, 70 years of the official singles chart. At 31, we have Now Yearbook 1986. And at 47, we have Now That's What I Call Timeless the Songs. So it's all that Cycle Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and I release episodes every Monday. So this week we have 6 Now albums in the top 50. We did of course have 7 last week, so that means unfortunately we have lost one of these albums again. And this week the albums don't seem to be doing very well. The statistics of the Now albums in the top 50 this week are: we have 5 albums going down, and we have 1 no mover. So unfortunately we have none of these albums moving up in the chart this week, and of course we have no new entries as well. We can of course hope that all of these albums start moving up. Of course we only have 6 albums in the chart. Over the last few weeks it sort of seems to be around about 6 or 7. I think last week we had 7, but for the few weeks previous before that we've had around about 6 as well. So we can of course hope that more of these albums that sort of just dropped outside the top 50 can move their way back up into the top 50. We will of course as well over the next few weeks have a lot of new entries. We've got a lot of albums due to be released over the next 2 weeks, so there'll be a lot more new entries coming out. Of course we've had the last few weeks we've had no albums being released, so we will of course have a lot more new entries going into the chart. But of course unfortunately at the moment we only have 6 albums in the chart, which we can of course hope more of these albums, as I said, that have just dropped out of our top 50 can hopefully make their way back up into the top 50 over the next few weeks. So that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated if you do. Also make sure you can subscribe, enable notifications to be notified every time I release a new video, and make sure to follow my Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. That'll be just beside right there, and links to my social medias will be in the description down below, and make sure to follow up on all of them. And guys, I will see you soon for another YouTube video.